Lammonby shines to edge Somerset closer to final. Somerset's ruthless seam attack saw them fight back against Worcestershire and take a big step towards the Bob Willis Trophy final. In a table-topping duel at New Road, Worcestershire collapsed to 200 all out on day 2 in the winner-takes-all showdown. Somerset began day 3 on 16 for 1, looking to add to their overnight lead of 67 runs. First ball of the day though, and Worcestershire had their key man, as Joe Leach removed the Somerset captain to leave them 16 for 2. They were finding runs hard to come by in the opening stages, relying on Tom Lammonby to find the boundaries. George Bartlett never looked comfortable at the other end as Ed Barnard sent him back for just 2 from 41 balls. The hosts now 28 for 3 and needing a big final hour before lunch. Eddie Byram came to the crease, but he'd last for just 12. Another LBW from Barnard, with Somerset now 42 for 4 and the game very much in the balance. Worcestershire kept plugging away at Lammonby, but he stood firm to bring up 50 for the visitors, before smacking Brett D'Oliveira for 6 to move his side to 67. Stephen Davis would attempt a similar shot at the other end, but D'Oliveira would come out on top. Somerset now 78 for 6. The nerves continued to kick in, this time Craig Overton's off-stump remove to hand D'Oliveira a second wicket in as many overs, to leave the visitors 90 for 6 with a lead of 141. No nerves for Lammonby though, as he brought up a well-deserved 50 in a high-pressured innings. After lunch, Lammonby had been running out of partners, but Lewis Gregory continued to prove worthy at the other end, as he knocked Leach for a maximum to move Somerset to 116 and a lead of 167. But he was gone in the very next over, a top edge to Jake Libby, who took a diving catch. Lammonby continued to hold the Somerset innings together to bring their lead up to 200. With whisperings of a declaration at New Road, cue a blitz. First Lammonby hit D'Oliveira for 6, before a Josh Davey boundary brought up the 50 partnership in an expensive over from D'Oliveira, costing Worcestershire 20 runs. Davey attempted one too many shots though, and fell to a fine catch from substitute Josh Dell at mid-wicket. But there would be time for Lammonby to round off a special innings, as the 20-year-old brought up just his second first-class century, a knock which could prove pivotal in Somerset's bid to reach the showpiece, with even the Worcestershire players acknowledging the feat. Jack Leach wouldn't partner him long, trapped by Barnard to depart for 5. And the Somerset innings would close on 193, with Jack Brooks the last to depart for a single to Dylan Pennington and signal tea. That gave the hosts a lead of 244 runs, thanks in large part to Lammonby's stunning century, to set up a nail-biter at New Road in the race for the final. Barnard was the pick of the pairs bowlers, ending with figures of 4 for 25. A conservative start to Worcestershire's reply, and sensing a nervousness, the visitors took a key wicket. Lewis Gregory's delivery nipped back in to catch Daryl Mitchell out and leave them 5 for 1, advantage Somerset. Back-to-back boundaries from Libby sent down a warning to Gregory, but the Somerset seamer would have the last laugh. A huge scalp to send the tournament's highest run scorer back to the pavilion. Worcestershire in trouble on 30 for 2. In fading light at New Road, Jack Haynes guided them to 50 before the conditions would eventually bring play to a close. The day belonged to Somerset in the table-topping clash, with Worcestershire acquiring 187 runs on day 4 with 8 wickets in hand, in what looks set to be a fascinating final day's play in the winner-takes-all showdown.